Welcome on in, everybody. It is three bold takes, and right now you see two guys on your screen. Shout out to Quinn. He's doing big life stuff, buying houses, and just the whole nine. So we love Quinn. We miss him dearly, and we can't wait until he's back. But until then, I got to tell you that we are always sponsored by SeatGeek. We love SeatGeek. If you use our code Three Bold Takes, that is Three Bold Takes, just our YouTube name, you will get $20 off your first ticket purchase. If I'm correct, right, Freddie?
That's right. It's a wonderful deal.
So yeah, it's a wonderful deal. Make sure to use SeatGeek. But now we got to get into it. We're talking Texas and Oklahoma for our predictions. And Freddie, I need to let you go first before I just start rambling again. Come on, Freddie.
Yeah. Yeah, no, hey, so this game is interesting, right? So Texas coming in as the number one ranked team in the country after Alabama suffered their upset loss last week. Oklahoma comes in ranked 18th in the country. They are 4-1. They're 1-1 in the conference with that loss to Tennessee, where they got just manhandled by Tennessee, which is something that obviously not a lot of people saw coming. Like they thought Tennessee would win the game, but they didn't expect Oklahoma to be manhandled the way that they did on both sides of the ball. But when you look at this game, Texas a 14.5 point favorite. The over-under is 48.5, which is that's a relatively okay over under to me. Nowhere near the highest that we're going to talk about this week, which we'll get to. Um, I think Texas wins this game. I do, man. Like I think Texas is the team to beat right now. They seem to be the most steady. Now, when I say that, I understand the fact that when you look at their schedule, right? Like the only SEC game they've played is Mississippi State, and Mississippi State is the worst team in the SEC this year. No disrespect, it's just you guys are in an unfortunate situation because of Mike Leach passing a couple years ago. You've just had to kind of figure it out, right? So, but they also have the win against Michigan early on in the year, which we called Michigan is not a very good team, right? So how
True.
impressive is that really when you look at what Michigan's done since then? But my biggest question mark here, I know that Quinn Ewers is expected to start, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
my question is: A, can he stay healthy in this game? B, if Texas gets up to a comfortable lead, do they pull him because Texas plays Georgia next week to try to keep him healthy? That's kind of my
Interesting.
biggest question here on the Texas side. Now, Oklahoma's got their own quarterback issues, right? Like we were told that Jackson Arnold was going to be the next great quarterback. Um, Heck, that's the reason why their old quarterback decided to go to Oregon because Jackson Arnold was coming in and was supposed to be this great quarterback, and we just haven't seen it this year. So they've got
Yeah.
issues of their own. One thing I do expect from Oklahoma and Brent Venables though is I think they will have a good defensive game plan against Texas. Keep in mind Oklahoma's had Texas's number in this series, right? Like it's not a lopsided series for Texas. I think Texas gets the win. I think it'll be closer than the 14.5 though that Vegas is saying. Um, it's a rivalry game, man. Like you never really expect rivalry games to be blowouts simply because
Yeah.
it's exactly that, a rivalry game. Um,
Exactly.
so I don't think Oklahoma. I think they have a shot to win this game, but I think it's going to take an amazing game by their defense, and I think this is definitely going to be Texas's biggest competition yet. So I'm curious to see how good Texas really is. Right, like all the other top teams have played top 5, top 10 teams, except Ohio State, but we'll get to that as well this week. So how good is Texas? We really don't know.
Yeah, so I'll jump in, guys. Before Chase goes, Quinn is going to go. So I'm putting on my Quinn hat. Let me get my beard out. Quinn is going to go with the Oklahoma Sooners in this game. I'm going to let him speak for himself on that one. Oklahoma's a great team, he thinks, and he believes that they're going to upset Texas in this one. But for Chase, I'm going to take off the beard now, take off the Quinn hat. I'm back in, guys. I absolutely love this game because, again, like Freddie mentioned, it's not like Texas has this. Texas wants you to think their brand just has this massive just jump on Oklahoma. That they're not. When you look at the records, they're not better just overall than Oklahoma. They're a great team. And this year, they're an amazing team. I think by far and away so far, they've been the best team, but they also haven't been challenged yet. for Texas. And I think the biggest key in this game is, what does Quinn Ewers' return like? First off, I don't think there will be, but you always got to bring it up. Potential for injury, and then also quarterback egos. I don't think there will be with Arch Manning, but you got to put it on the table of, you've just had 2 or 3 straight wins and an SEC win from Arch Manning. Does he get upset, or is he just okay with taking that back seat right away? And then we talked about Oklahoma for the Tennessee game. And on Oklahoma's side, I came out and I said, hey, if you're an Oklahoma fan this year, just strap in. You're going to have a lot of ugly wins. And that's what they've been doing. The Auburn game, you should have lost back-to-back. But thank the Lord that they have Peyton Thorne on the side for the Tigers, and he can gift you a winning touchdown to get you back into the game and for you to win. So Oklahoma should be 0-2 in conference play. But with Texas, when you're looking at it, they are top-notch, top to bottom, the most talented team on paper, probably by far and away, with Ohio State and Georgia as well. But for Oklahoma, or for Texas, are you looking ahead at Georgia? Are you worried about Georgia next? Because after this one, unless you want to count Texas A&M, who we don't really know just yet, Georgia's probably your biggest game. So are you worried about the rivalry, or a top 5 matchup a week later, probably top 3 at that point? For me, I think Quinn Ewers is going to struggle in this game because he's coming back from injury. I think he's really going to have a hard time getting back into the game after 2 or 3 weeks away. Oklahoma's defense, I absolutely love them. I think they play stout defense. Venables has a great job on that, a great handle on that. But the biggest thing is Oklahoma doesn't have their quarterback. So I'm going with the one that has 2 quarterbacks. I'm going with the Longhorns. Here we go. Keep it Texas, big and bold. We're going with Texas in this game for Chase. So Quinn is the lone one going for Oklahoma here. Me and Freddie are just going to wipe it away with Texas, #1 team in the nation. So for this episode of 3 Bold Takes, always sponsored by SeatGeek, use our discount code 3BoldTakes. And for Quinn, who's not here with us, guys, we are signing off. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this rivalry, tell us why. And if you also have a choice in this one, Texas or Oklahoma, let us know. But for us, we're out of here.